Hey y'all, it's Kate from the Little Apothecary and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here to talk about Evershore by Brandon Sanderson and Janci Patterson. This is from the Skyward series. This is the third novella in that series. I'm going to do this video a little bit different than some of my other sequel videos. I'm trying out kind of a new format, if you will. It's not really a new format per se, but instead of doing a short, I'm going to try to do a longer video where I talk a little bit more in depth about these books, because I feel like sometimes I have more to say about the sequels than I can fit in 60 seconds. So trying this out and we'll see how it goes. Let me know in the comments below how you like this new format, by the way. Evershore, like I said, is the third novella in the Skyward series. It is a YA science fiction novella. And my general thoughts on this book is that I love it. I love this series so much. This is my favorite Brandon Sanderson series that I've read so far. I just eat it up. I love all of our characters in it. I love the plots in it. I love everything about it. It just makes me happy when I read it. So, a spoiler-free summary for this novella in particular. This was released in 2021. It's the final novella in the Skyward series, and it's told from Jorgen's perspective. With the government of detritus in disarray because of superiority treachery, and with Spencer still away on her mission in the nowhere, Jorgen must work together with Alanik to pick up the pieces. They intercept a strange transmission from the planet Evershore and its Kitson inhabitants who say they have some of Jorgen's people and want to return them. But Jorgen doesn't know if he can trust them. So now I'm going to get right into our review, our call pile categories. Characters, like I said, I love these characters so much. I love the deeper dive, the deeper look into some of these characters. I loved the nod to Gulliver's Travels, and we'll talk about more of that in just a second too. Atmosphere and setting. I loved seeing another planet with Jerkface Jorgen. Jerkface is his call sign, and I love that he kept that. I loved the Lilliputian references. Now this is where the Gulliver's Travels reference comes in. In Gulliver's Travel, if you don't know, our main character Gulliver goes to different countries, and he experiences different things. In one country, he's a giant. In another country, he's a little tiny creature based on size. The country where he's like a giant is the Lilliputian country. The Lilliputians are little tiny itty bitty peoples. And we get those references here in Evershore, especially with the Kitson. I saw it and I loved it. I knew instantly what we were getting. Brandon Sanderson and Janci Patterson use this Lilliputian reference in Evershore to talk about how in this tiny world, it's still affected by human invaders. Our writing style is easy and fun to read. Our plot is simple yet effective. And intrigue, I had intrigue the entire time. I was so interested to find out what happened, what was going to happen, and can't wait to continue with this series. Logic and relationships. So logic is always there for me with this series. Our relationships, I felt like they could have been better, though I wasn't surprised because Brandon Sanderson is a little iffy on his relationship writing. Felt like we got just hints of the relationships and not a whole lot of actual development. And that could partly be also due to the fact that this is just a YA novella, so there's different things that go on with that. Now we come to enjoyment, and I will say that I enjoyed this more than I thought I would without my favorite character, Mbot. And really, I've enjoyed this whole series more than I thought I would, so I really loved it. And I can't wait to finish this series. Like I've said, I have one or two other books in this series to go, I think. I can't wait to see how it all wraps up. So if you want my full thoughts on this book, Evershore, you can find that in the Goodreads review, which will be linked down below. If you have read Evershore before, let me know in the comments below. What did you think of it? What did you love it like I did, or did you one of those many people who don't really care for this series so much? For me, it's my favorite, but for most, It's their least favorite in the Brandon Sanderson series. So I am in the minority here, I think, but I absolutely love it so much. As always, keep reading, and I love you all to the moon and back. Bye.